What is up, everyone? It is Brad here, and welcome to the second sorting vlog. I haven't sorted my Lego collection since 2020, and a few weeks ago, I started resorting the entire thing. I've neglected it for a long time now, so this was long overdue, and this is part number 2. In the first part, I went through a bunch of my unsorted Lego collection for the very first time since 2020, and I sorted everything out. I've got all these pick-a-brick cups here of parts that need to be sub-sorted, as well as all of these bags of parts down here, and these 2 bins over here. In this video, I'm going to be working on sub-sorting all of this Lego, as well as sorting out this bin, sorting out this bag of pre-sorted Lego bricks, and if time permits, trying to deal with all of the pick-a-brick parts that I purchased over the last few months. I've also got all these cups down here that I'd love to do something with, just because I have no idea what's going on there. And of course, try and get it all into the Lego Pappy Max system. But we'll have to see how much I'm able to accomplish in this vlog, and if a part 3 is needed. First up from the last vlog, let me just sort all of these Lego pieces. I got these at like Brick World and Bricks in the Six, and I just forgot about them here last time. Some of these are like building pieces, which are really cool, and then some of these are more like vehicle pieces. So the next stage of sorting all of these Lego parts is to start putting a bunch of the parts into my actual Lego collection over here, like I mentioned. So I do want to start off with something very easy. I'm going to start off with the Lego bricks. I sort bricks just by color, so that means I'm able to basically just take this bin and sort all of these bricks out pretty fast into these bins here. I had the red open earlier for something else, but yeah, all of these are by color here. So it's going to be very easy to sort and see everything here. I'm going to grab this one last pick-a-brick cup as well, dump it in. This time I'm going to be sorting everything by color like I mentioned, but any profile bricks or detailed bricks or masonry bricks, literally anything at all, I'm removing that because I want to only have regular bricks in these systems from now on, and then any detailed bricks like I mentioned are going to go in a separate bin. So that's why I've got that sitting down there, but looking forward to sorting all these bricks now. So the reason right now you're watching me sort my bricks by color instead of by another method, by like piece count or anything like that, or like by type, one by whatever, is because I find sorting by color the easiest for building. So if I were to sort, say all my 1x4s in one bin, all my 2x4s, all my 2x6s, I would just be always looking for all the right parts. When I am building a mock, say I'm building a white building or a white mock, most of the times, I just need a bunch of white bricks. It doesn't necessarily matter the denomination, because when you're building a wall, you can mix it up and things like that. So when I'm building, I find it so much easier just to have all of the same color pieces in one bin, so it's easier to pull. Obviously, that's not the case for a lot of the Lego building that you do. Maybe you're looking for a specific cheese slope, or maybe you're looking for a specific brick modified. So sorting by color is definitely not the solution there. So that's why for things like bricks and plates, which you'll see in a few minutes, I sort solely by color, because when I'm building those things, like I mentioned, building those mocks, I know I just want a plate of that color, and because I have so many of every iteration of brick and plate, it's really easy to find. If I am building a set and need a 1x4, I can find it in like 10 seconds because all of the bricks are in one color. It just makes it so much easier, and that way like if I'm building and my bin of light gray bricks is almost empty, that tells me I need to stock up on a bunch of light gray bricks. So that is what I will do. So this here is the bin of bricks modified. So I just got all the ones basically I sorted out. I will still have to go through all of these bins to get the bricks modified out, just because I've been putting the modified, like those profile bricks and stuff like that, in these bins for years. So that will probably be another project as I go through these color by color, but it's good to have all of them sorted like that for now. And I did actually finish going through the entire bin here, so all the colors are now in here. I actually had so many white bricks that I had to start a second box full, just because it is way too full up here. So white will probably have to move to one of these bins just to keep it all contained, but progress is going really well. And obviously I want to get all the bricks modified in here eventually and sort them by bag and stuff, so they're individually sorted, because I've got like pick-a-brick cups full of profile bricks and stuff like that, so it will be good to add. And now I basically have to repeat the exact same process for the plates. The plates should be easier to sort because I don't have to do any sub-sorting. There's no like profile plates or anything like that. I only have to sort them by color. How I sort my plates is exactly how I sort my bricks. I originally started out by sorting all of my plates specifically together into 1x plates in one bin, 2 by plates in another bin, and anything larger than 2 by wide into a third bin. And that was great for a really long time, but then I realized it was much more effective to sort it by color for, again, the exact same reason of the fact that I want to be able to look for a specific color instead of a specific part most of the time. When I was building, when they were just sorted into 3 different bins, obviously, eventually it got way too large. I couldn't just sort it like that because I just had too many quantity of each of those denominations, but it just made it a lot harder to find the part that I was looking for when I was doing my building. So when I upgraded to the storage container that you see now on the screen and was able to put my plates in there, it really did make my Lego building experience just that much better. Now that I've done literally the easiest part of this video, and that is sort the bricks and the plates, I think it's time I go through the PappyMac storage solutions here and see what drawers I can empty. You know, I never will build with Lego Mindstorm stuff, so I could get rid of this drawer and use it for something else. This one here is empty. This one's just got a bunch of random things in it as well, so like again, I could clear that drawer out. Stickers could move somewhere else. These bikes are like minifigure parts, so they can move somewhere else. So I think I'm going to go through, spend some time now going through each and every one of these drawers and see what could be removed and what could be consolidated. Contrary to why I sort my bricks and plates individually and by color, I don't really sort any of the rest of my Lego collection this way. A lot of the other parts that you see, especially in the PappyMac storage containers, are broken down by part type. Again, a lot of the times you might just need an actual part while you're building, whether you need a 1x1 Travis brick in blue or white or black, you just may need that 1x1 Travis brick, and at least if you do know you need one in a specific color, you know exactly where to look. The exception to this rule is pretty much by tiles. I do still sort my tiles by color as well, but they don't get their own dedicated bin like the bricks and the plates just because I don't have the same quantity of them. However, the rest of the pieces in these PappyMacs, a majority of them are sorted by part type, with some broken down into color as well. Like I mentioned, the tiles, all tiles, no matter what denomination, are just broken down by color and thrown in one bin. However, parts like, you know, cheese slopes or 1x1 circle plates or 1x1 tiles, they are all broken down by part and then separated by color as well. For just regular slopes, again, these are just broken down by color because it makes it a lot easier to find. And then the large majority of the other parts, you know, flowers, bricks modified, plates modified, clips and fences and rods, all of those parts are pretty much just sorted by part type, just to make it easier to sort and build with. So I started going through the PappyMac containers here. These are the ones that are, honestly, the PappyMacs were really full. Pretty much all the drawers were. However, these are the ones that I know right away that I need to do some rearranging to. Some of these I'm just getting, they're not going to be staying in PappyMacs. And then there are some empty ones down here, but definitely, like, it's all of these drawers are really full, so it is time that I expand them a little bit more to make it easier to search for parts. Some bins you'll see in my Lego collection are just broken down by part type, and they're not really sub-sorted like they probably should be. A good example of this would be like Technic bricks, regular Technic pieces, vehicle parts, you know, wheels and rims, and like bricks modified. I don't build with a lot of these parts a lot, so that's why I just kind of combine them into one area. If I was a builder that used a lot of Technic, I would want to do a lot more sub-sorting of my Technic bin. However, because I don't use a lot of Technic, I just throw it all in one bin, and it's still easy to find the parts that I'm looking for just because I rarely ever use it. I don't build a lot of vehicles, that's why all my wheels and rims and vehicle parts are also just in one bin, because if I am looking for a specific part, it's pretty easy to find it, and I don't want to waste a lot of space by doing a lot of sub-sorting, because as soon as you sub-sort, you just need more bins and more storage solutions, and because I don't use those parts very often, I can find them in the one large bin, and it just takes me a little bit longer to shift through it. So if I use those parts more regularly, you'd want them sub-sorted so you can save a little bit of time when building, but because they're used so infrequently, I don't mind spending the little time that it does take to find the parts when it becomes required. Oh my god, what did I get myself into? You guys can see I pretty much emptied out everything now. I've done a lot of consolidating, so a lot of like the tile bins, for example, have been consolidated, some of the windows as well. I guess not consolidated, that's the wrong word. The opposite of consolidated. But I've also been trying to go through some pick-a-brick parts as well and put some things back, just because I realized like I've got stuff to do in the Lego room. I can't leave it completely destroyed for the next few weeks, but this is going to be a little bit longer of a process than I thought, and it's a bit overwhelming, so I am just going to try and take it as slow as I can and get it done in a nice way for sure. I talked a lot in my last vlog, but for Lego fans, I would just recommend you use a sorting method that best suits you. I have used a combination of sorting by color, sorting by part type, sub-sorting, keeping of one big bin of Lego, etc., etc. It's totally up to you, and just make sure your storage solution is scalable. Everything that I've already talked about in this video has really evolved since I started sorting my Lego collection a few years ago, and it's continuing to evolve in this very video here. You're going to be seeing me start sub-sorting things a little bit more, adding more room for parts like tiles, and just it's going to change a lot over your years. So if you're just getting started with Lego, make sure your storage solution is scalable. Nothing is permanent when it comes to Lego sorting. There are new parts especially introduced all the time, so I'm adding new compartments for new parts even in this video, because the last time I sorted was in 2020 and I just didn't have the parts then, but I do have them now. All right, so I just moved all of my white bricks into this larger bin here just because I now have way too many white bricks to stand in that bin there, and it's only going to get more. And then I've also got all of my like profile bricks here, so like lots of masonry. So I've got in a couple different colors, all individually bagged. And then down here, there are just some other types of bricks that I will sort eventually, but right now only the masonry is in the bags there. I did put a bunch of the containers back on the shelf just so I could work around my Lego room and do some other things, because I'm also trying to condense the pick-a-brick cups as well, because I just don't want a whole shelf full of pick-a-brick cups full of parts that I don't even know I have. Ideally, I want everything to be here in the Lego storage and like the sorting. And then this table is pretty messy over here as well, as I just kind of, you know, consolidate parts and everything, and I continue to work. I took a little bit of a break from Lego sorting to build the new Disney 100 movie camera set. I've got all of these extra pieces from the set right here. Do I be a good person and sort them into the cups right now, or do I start another bin of unsorted Lego bricks? What will I do? This is going to be a real character test right here. So it has been like 6 days since I filmed that last clip, and not only have I not sorted the parts out, I have built some more Lego sets and have actually added more parts here. So now I've got a tiny little cup started. So I will probably, hopefully, potentially sort those parts out into the collection and not start another bin of unsorted Lego, because that just sounds like a disaster. But the sorting process has not been going well. Honestly, the reason that sorting hasn't been going well is that I've just low-key been a little unmotivated trying to sort. You guys can see there is a lot of Lego behind me here, and it is a very, very daunting task. That being said, though, I know I will get through it all. It is just going to take me a little bit longer. And looking at the time that this video is already at, I feel like that will have to come in part number 3. Probably in part number 3, I'm going to do a little less time-lapsing and just a little bit more work and actually getting the Lego bricks sorted. So you guys will have to stay tuned. Thank you guys again so much for watching sorting vlog number 2. Stay tuned for episode number 3, where hopefully I'll get a little bit closer to finish sorting this Lego collection once and for all, until I do it again like 3 years from now. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here in the next video.